Hello everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful day. What would you do if the man you love gently slipped a ring on your finger? On the very same day his father swore you would never be part of the family. In today's video, we'll step into a house divided by pride and old wounds, and then follow James and Diep up a quiet hillside where a simple ring becomes a promise to fight for their own kind of home. If this story touches your heart, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next emotional episodes. The argument doesn't start with shouting, it starts with a single sentence that lands wrong. "I know I'm not perfect," Mrs. Huyen says, voice tight but steady. "But you can't live by your head forever. People need both heart and reason. If they don't walk together, how will you ever feel anything? How will you ever make the right choice?" Across the table, her husband's jaw clenches. For a moment, he says nothing. Then his voice comes out low, each word pushed through years of bitterness. "Heart," he repeats. "You want to talk to me about heart?" He leans forward, elbows on his knees, like a man bracing himself against a wave only he can see. "Yes, I use my head," he snaps. "Because if I had listened to my heart back then, you and your son would have starved. Do you remember those days? We had nothing. I forced myself to be hard so we could have this life. So we could have today." He talks about the past as if he's still standing in it. Long days of labor under a sun that never got tired, nights counting coins on a bare floor, the quiet fear that tomorrow there might not be enough. Comfort, tenderness, easy words, he left all of those outside the door. "So don't tell me," he says, voice rising, "that I don't know how to think. Every time I chose my head over my heart, it was for you, for him." From there, he clings to the one idea that lets him feel righteous. "I'm thinking of our son." It becomes the shield he lifts every time the conversation turns toward James and Diep. In his eyes, refusing to let James marry a girl without education isn't cruelty. It's protection. A man who has climbed up from nothing believes the path upward must be straight and clean, and to him, Diep is risk. He turns to James, eyes sharp, voice suddenly cold. "Listen to me clearly," he says. "If you marry that woman, from that day on, don't call me father anymore." The room goes silent. Even the clock on the wall seems to stop. "In this house," he continues, each word slow and heavy, "she and that child will never be family, not as long as I'm alive." "She can't help him," he says flatly. "His career is just starting. He needs someone who can walk beside him, not someone who will drag him down. I didn't break my back all these years so he could throw his future away." But as he talks, the room tilts. The more he insists he's right, the more he realizes he's standing alone. James has already pushed back, saying his father is being unreasonable, that he doesn't see who Diep really is. And now the woman sitting across from him, his wife, the person who once nodded along with every hard choice, keeps defending their son. "You're not even listening to him," she says quietly. "You're only listening to your fear." Her words land softly but press against something raw. He feels cornered, criticized by his son on one side, contradicted by his wife on the other. Years of carrying everything alone have left him with no practice in being questioned. "So I'm the crazy one now," he snaps. "I work my whole life to give him a future, and he calls me unreasonable." "And you studied abroad, came back with big ideas, and you still don't understand how the world works." His anger finally boils over, and the insult slips out before he can stop it. "You studied overseas and you're still this ignorant." The sentence hits like a slap. Mrs. Huyen's lips part, but no sound comes. This time, the cruelty isn't aimed at some distant stranger or business rival. It's aimed straight at her. He doesn't say he's afraid, but the fear is there. Afraid of watching his son walk into a life he doesn't control. Afraid that all his sacrifices will mean nothing if James chooses a woman who doesn't fit his idea of success. Afraid that love might undo what hardness has built. Fear for him has never come out as fear.
It has always come out as orders, decisions, and now insults. "Do you think I enjoy this?" he throws out, pacing now. "If you and the boy want to go back to Vietnam, fine. Go. I'll buy you a house, a beautiful one. I'll buy you a nice car, whatever you want. I won't regret it." The words sound generous, like an open door. In truth, they're another attempt to grab the steering wheel back into his hands. A house, a car, a life on the path he chooses, those are the conditions under which he can breathe. A future that includes Diep and the little girl feels like a road he doesn't know how to walk. He circles back to the same line, like it's the only thing holding him up. "Everything I've done is for him," he says. "My whole life. For our son." James swallows hard, but he doesn't look away.
"I know you worked yourself to the bone for me," he says quietly. "I know every scar on your hands is a piece of my future." He takes a slow breath, eyes shining. "But if the price of your love is that the woman I love and her little girl have to live as ghosts in this house, then that love is too expensive." His voice cracks, but he keeps going. "That child has a name. Her name is Noi, and I already promised her I'd be there. I won't break that promise just to make our family look cleaner on paper." "I'm not trying to throw your sacrifices away," he finishes, softer now. "I'm trying to build a different kind of family than the one that hurt you. One where no one has to be afraid of sitting at the table." But James doesn't see devotion. He sees control.
To the young man, his father is just being stubborn, refusing to see the woman he loves for who she really is. To his mother, this is the same man who once chose survival over comfort. But now that survival is secure, she no longer accepts emotional starvation as the price. The father stands there, breathing hard. On one side, his wife's quiet, steady voice. On the other, his son's firm refusal to abandon the woman and child he's claimed as family. His voice starts to shake, even as he raises it again. Somewhere in the middle of his rant, another voice, a calmer one, cuts through. "If you can't stay calm," someone says gently, "maybe we should stop here and talk again another day." The room goes still. No more accusations, no more offers of houses and cars. No more jabs about who is right and who is blind. Just the echo of everything that's already been said, hovering above them like a storm cloud that refuses to break. Nothing has been solved. No one has surrendered. The father's anger hangs in the air, heavy and unresolved, as if the whole house is holding its breath, waiting for the next crack to appear in a family that doesn't yet know how to stand on the same side. Evening has already taken the heat out of the day when Diep walks down the dusty road, the empty orange basket bumping against her hip. Her shoulders ache, but the stack of bills in her pocket says she and Ni have made it through one more day. She doesn't expect to see James at the bend. He's leaning against his motorbike, hands in his pockets, eyes on her the whole way. For a moment she braces herself. More bad news from home. But when he smiles, it's gentle, almost shy. "Let me take you home," he says. "You've walked enough for one day." She tries to joke. "You always say that. One day you'll get tired of rescuing me on this road." "One day," he answers, looking at her a little too long. "I hope you won't be walking it alone anymore." He doesn't explain. He just takes the basket and helps her onto the bike. The engine starts, but instead of heading toward the house, he turns up a side road she doesn't know. "Hey, this isn't the way home," she calls over the wind. "I know," he says. "I want to show you something." The road climbs between trees and small fields. Below them, the village shrinks. When he finally cuts the engine, they're on a rocky rise with the valley laid out beneath them. Diep rubs her arms. "Why did you bring me here?" she asks. James doesn't answer right away. He watches her face as if he's trying to make sure he doesn't ruin this moment too. "There's something I've been carrying for a long time," he says. "Every time I try to say it, something happens. My family, work, our own mistakes." She lifts a brow. "And the big CEO can't handle bad timing?" He smiles quickly, but his voice stays serious. "The first time I proposed, you said no. The second time, everything between us was cracked. I understood, but the feeling never left." He reaches into his pocket and closes his hand around a small box. "Things still aren't perfect," he goes on. "My father is furious. The company is about to launch. I don't know what the next few years will look like, but I see you, Diep. You don't hide your face anymore. You built work with your own hands. You didn't wait for someone to save you. I'm proud of you." He opens the box in his palm. 2 simple rings catch the last light. They aren't fancy. They look like they were made to live on hands that work. Slowly, giving her time to pull away, he takes her left hand. His thumb grazes a faint trace of orange peel still on her skin. "Let me put it on," he murmurs. "Just us. Up here. No one else deciding for us." The ring slides onto her finger and settles as if it has always belonged there. A tightness blooms in her chest that isn't just happiness. She knows this simple circle of metal doesn't only mean "I love you." It means stepping into a future where James's father may never say her name without anger, where every family dinner could feel like a test she's already failed. This ring isn't just a promise, she realizes. It's a small door opening into a new war, and she is choosing to walk through it with her eyes open. For a moment, she can't speak. She stares at her hand, at the small circle gleaming against her skin, and it feels like a line has been drawn from that ring straight to his chest. "It's beautiful," she whispers. When she lifts her eyes, they're bright. "I'm sorry," she says, "for turning you down twice." "Hey," he answers, too fast. "You were scared, so was I. I hid behind plans and spreadsheets and called it being careful. Truth is, I was terrified of losing you and terrified of failing you at the same time." "I'm about to open the company," he admits. You know what that means. Long days, late nights, phone calls in the middle of dinner. Part of me keeps thinking we should wait to get married, wait until everything is stable and I can promise you and me something solid. His shoulders sink. I don't want you living with a man who's always somewhere else. A few months ago, she would have taken that as a sign to step back. Tonight, something in her has shifted. "James," she says gently. "The last time we waited, we almost lost each other." He flinches. "I used to believe I didn't deserve this," she continues, lifting her hand so the ring catches the fading light. "I'm a single mum. I didn't finish school. I sell fruit by the road. I told myself a man like you was a kindness I shouldn't hold on to." She glances down toward the valley, where a small house and a small girl are waiting. "I'm not afraid of being poor again," she says softly. "I know how to work. I know how to start over with nothing." Her voice thickens. "What scares me is my daughter sitting at a table where people look at her like she doesn't belong, like she's not really family. I can live with hard days, but I can't live with that for her." She steps closer. "But I've seen you show up," she says. "At the clinic when Nye was sick. At the market when people judged us. In every little crisis when it would have been easier to walk away. You didn't just fall in love with me. You chose our family." She takes his other hand and folds it between hers. "So listen," she says, voice steady. "Even if we have to wait years for a wedding, my answer is already yes. Whether I'm in a white dress or covered in dust, I'm choosing you. I'm choosing this home we're building, even if it doesn't look right to anyone else." His eyes shine. "You're sure?" he asks quietly. She nods. "I'm sure. Life is always going to be busy. Your father might never sit at our table. Money will come and go. But love doesn't wait for everything to be easy. It decides. And then it decides again every morning. Up on that hill, with the village breathing softly below them, and the sky darkening above, the arguments at home are still waiting. The company still hasn't opened. The future is still uncertain. But between their joined hands and the small ring, catching the last of the light, something has settled. Two people who have stopped apologizing for wanting each other. A promise made without witnesses, a quiet choice to keep choosing, even when the world makes it hard. She knows there will be slammed doors, cold silences, and holidays where they aren't invited. He knows every step forward with her might feel like a step away from his father. But standing here, fingers laced together, they both accept the same truth. They would rather walk into the storm side by side than stand safe in a house where their love has to hide. Whatever storms are building below, this moment stands like a small, stubborn lantern in the dark, just real. And for them, that is enough to begin. At the end of the day, this story isn't just about a ring or a wedding. It's about a father who only knows how to love by being hard, and a son who finally dares to choose with his own heart. It's about a single mom who once believed she didn't deserve happiness, standing on a windy hill and saying yes to a quiet promise instead of a perfect plan. If this episode moved you, please consider liking this video and subscribing so you don't miss the next chapter in James and Diep's journey. And I'd really love to hear from you. Which moment touched you the most? The father offering a house and car, the painful words at the table, or the simple ring on that lonely hill? Leave your feelings in the comments.